Good morning, hello, and happy Thursday. Sorry I'm a little tiny bit late this morning. Had to rescue a spider that was desperately trying to get out of the window, and I didn't want him to end up crawling around and dying down here because all the spiders end up just dying of starvation in here. So I had to take care of that. But here we are. Last night I didn't really get a chance to work too much on my sort of like getting everything working on the AWS side. And so instead of doing like just more code of me just sort of playing around with that, I wanted to experiment with something else that I've seen a lot in AWS. A lot of other people working on and haven't really worked on it myself, which is Rust Lambda functions. So it is possible to do, but it's not necessarily straightforward, or it's not necessarily just like a native thing that works. So that's sort of what I want to experiment around today with to see like, is it something viable? Is it something that I want to look into, or are we just going to use like Node.js or Python based uh, Lambda functions? So to begin with, let's go to the AWS and documentation. So it does take them quite a while before you can use uh, like any new languages or anything else. I think just very recently, within the last like couple weeks, they allowed Node.js version 16, which has been long-term support for I don't know, a long time. Like 18 is out now, 20 is out. I haven't been following along too much, but I know that 14 was basically not supported anymore by Node, and that's all that they were supporting for the longest time. Uh, let's see if they. So I think what we need to do is this thing: package and package and deploy functions as container images. I think we need to basically use a Docker container or image as the base of our functions. But how that's going to work is I don't know. Let me on my AWS head over to Lambda. Okay, so taking a look at this, I should figure out a good way to share this this page. Let me see what I can do OBS wise. Oh well, because it's because I'm sharing like the full screen. Well, I think this is okay to share out so far. So over here, we've got just like no functions. So if I go to create a new function, um, there's several different sort of options here. In runtime, these are the supported runtimes. So we have .NET, Go, Java, Node.js 16, Python, and Ruby. There's some old versions supported, but then there's these custom runtimes. Okay, so use default Bootstrap on Amazon Linux 1, or provide your own Bootstrap on Amazon Linux 2. So I want to look into like, what does that mean? Is there like a help? Oh, okay. Custom AWS Lambda runtimes. You can implement an AWS Lambda runtime in any programming language. Runtime is a program that runs a Lambda function's handler method when the function is invoked. You can provide a runtime in your function's deployment package in the form of an executable file named Bootstrap. A runtime is responsible for running the function's set of code, or reading the handler name from an environment variable, and reading invocation setups from the Lambda runtime API. The runtime passes the event data to the function handler and posts the response from the handler back to the Lambda. The custom runtime runs in the same Lambda execution environment. It can be a shell script, a script in a language that's included in Amazon Linux, or a binary executable file that's compiled in Amazon Linux. So we could basically take a Rust program and compile it and then run that. So that should be then like very fast execution. And then the only wait time is really going to be the spin up time for Lambda, which is pretty significant. It can be very slow. To get started with custom runtime, see tutorial publishing a custom runtime. You can also explore custom runtime implemented in C++. So I'll open this one up. This is creating one. You create a Lambda function with a custom runtime. You start by including the runtime in the function's deployment package. Then you migrate it to a layer that you manage independently from the function. Oh, interesting. Okay. Finally, you share the runtime layer with the world by updating its resource-based permissions policy. Prerequisites. This tutorial assumes you have some knowledge of basic Lambda operations and the Lambda console. Okay. If you haven't already, follow the instructions in create a Lambda function with the console to create your first Lambda function. To create the following steps, you need a command line terminal or shell to run commands, and the expected. Okay. Yeah. All the good stuff. You need an IAM role to create a Lambda function. So personally, I have that. My account and what I'm logged into right now does indeed have that. So it should be fine. Now I wonder if I need to create a role for the function. So in this case, we're probably going to create a hello world to begin with, and it's not going to use any other AWS services. So I don't think we need to worry about that. Eventually, it might create CloudWatch logs. That would probably be important. Your role, the following properties: trusted entity Lambda permissions, AWS Lambda basic execution role. The AWS Lambda basic execution role policy has the permission that the function needs to write logs to CloudWatch logs. Okay, so I probably do need to create that. So let me head over to IAM. I'm going to create a new role, and I'm going to call this. So what I've been doing is for my custom roles, because you get a bunch of roles just sort of like provided to you for free. I just been basically creating like a BB prefix for all of them, which helps me sort of like understand which one of the ones that I've created and which are the ones that like are provided by some other service or automatically created for me. So in this case, I'm going to create BB I think I can do this right now. I can do BB. Good morning, Chantilly. How are you doing today? Let's do Lambda. Now, so normally a role is, think of it like a user or like a specific thing. So I could have like a lot of different roles and then a policy goes into there. So let's do like BB Lambda Rust. Pretty okay. That's good. Pretty okay is good, right? At least like these days, it feels like it is. All right, so let's create that role. This is going to be Lambda. Next, so I can add in that basic execute Lambda execution role, and then it just does all of its things. Move this over here just in case it decides to show random stuff that I don't want it to show. Role name. Okay, so we're going to do BB. I already gave it a role name, but whatever. This is going to be my BB Lambda Rust, maybe like test role. Description. Basically, Lambda role for Lambda function that uses Rust. All right, I'm not gonna edit the trusted entities yet. I can add the permissions yet. I want to figure out how to create the roles using Lumi or Terraform or any of the other systems. That might be nice to sort of set up and figure out. But okay, so I've created this role, and I can now, so it just has this one policy on it, and that's going to give it the ability to write to CloudWatch logs. Create a function. Create a Lambda function with a custom runtime. This example includes two files, a runtime Bootstrap file and a function handler. Both are implemented in Bash. The runtime loads a function script from the deployment package. It uses two variables to locate the script. Then task root tells it where the package was extracted, and handler includes the name of the script. So this is the Bootstrap file. And is that literally just Bootstrap, not like bootstrap.sh? The sound quality is not good today? Oh no. Hold on, I can try listening to it. Give me a second. I've not had to like customize this in a while, so I wonder what happened. Okay. Turn off music, and I'm going to see how this is sounding. I didn't hear that out of my speakers. Are you not routing? Oh. Actually go to my speakers, please. Okay, let's try this. How is this sounding? Okay, let's try this. How is this sounding? Yeah, it's not as good, but it's not terrible either. So I don't know exactly what. So when I just logged in today, the microphone, I needed to unplug it and replug it back in. Better? I have not touched anything. So I wonder if there was like a little bit of internet hiccup. That might have caused it. Strange. Also now I can mute myself. All right, what am I doing? Okay, so we need to create this Bootstrap file. So what I'm gonna do is close all of these windows. Yeah, those up. That's all this stuff. Okay, so I want to create like a test file. Oh yeah, I turned off music for that test. I'll turn it back on. There we go. All right, so I want to create like a playgrounds for Lambda in this case. So let's do cd into you're not hearing it? Oh yeah, that's not going out of desktop. I can hear it. OBS, why did you change all your settings? I wonder if it updated and I didn't notice it. Okay, hold on. Desktop audio. Oh, device not connected. Strange. Default. Okay, how about that? That should work. Let me know if that's too loud too. Okay, so I want code flavors. And inside of here, we're gonna go into Lambda, and then I want to. So should I do this as like a cargo new? Kind of want to like do a cargo new for this. So cargo new, Docker and no, not Docker. Lambda Rust. Perhaps a lower, a third volume. Yeah, let's try loading it. Okay, how about that? Is that all right? So I've got you. Let's add in. All right, so here's our Lambda Rust, and we have just our hello world, which should be fine. We're probably gonna have it be return a hello world. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work. I wonder if it needs to be a library too, as opposed to a main function. That's gonna be interesting. But okay, so we have that, and you're saying that I need a Bootstrap file. Yeah, and that's literally just the name Bootstrap. So let's create a new file in here called Bootstrap. So you think you're plain text. I want you to be a shell script. That's what it's going to, okay, so bin shell. So good old shell. Let's see, so bin shell. Set EUO pipe fail. The runtime loads. Okay, so both are implemented in Bash. Is that really Bash, or is that's just going to be whatever shell they're going to give it? It's probably just sh, which the Bash is born again shell, so the sh is, sh. The runtime loads a function script from the deployment package list, uses two variables to locate the script. Lambda task root tells it where the package was extracted, and handler includes the name of the script. Okay, so lambda task root. Okay, so see that one. And then handler, see that a couple times. There's a bunch of other two that are available to me. So, okay, it's like, I guess headers of what we're getting. Oh no, it's setting headers to like make temp. Whatever make temp is. Okay, so first of all, set UO pipe fail. You don't talk about anything of what that's doing. Oh, this is, so they're using a literal script as the function handler. Oh, interesting. Very fascinating. Okay, so they're doing this function named handler here. Run the handler function from the script and pass it in the event data, which is here. I mean, so that's interesting. Okay, and then you create a layer, update the function, show there, clean up. Okay, so okay, so this is maybe a little bit of a better Bootstrap example. So cd into lambda task root. The following example uses a bundled version of Node.js to run a JavaScript runtime in a separate file named runtime.js. So then you can tell it exactly what version of Node to run and tell it to run that file. Your runtime code is responsible for completing some initialization tasks. Then it processes invocation events in a loop until it's terminated. The initialization tasks run once per instance the function to prepare the environment to handle invocations. So example log. I don't want it to compile at this point in time. I probably want just to have the binary up there and then just to execute it and pass in, well, whatever I feel like. Okay, so handler, the location to the handler from the function's configuration. Standard format is file.method, where file is the name of the file without extension, and method is the name of the method or function that's defined in the file. Interesting. So if I do something like Rust where I have just like a main program, I might not actually need, I may not care about the handler. I just run the function. Lambda task root, the directory that contains the function code. That one's going to be important. So I could see these things. So this is this lambda task root. So I want to cd into here. And then the host and port of the runtime API. Okay, so there's some environment variables set up for me. Okay, so there's logs. So more things I probably need to like do for real life in a Bootstrap. Let's see. There's the Runtimes walkthrough. What is this? Is this the same thing? Yes, this is the same thing. Okay. I want to know is I'm guessing that Rust isn't installed. But it might be. Like it's possible that Rust is installed in that AMI. Let's see. Okay, so they're using. We have the choice of Amazon Linux or Amazon Linux 2. Oh, if it's Amazon Linux 2, it's image custom. Oh, right. So they have these runtimes set up on it. To use other languages in Lambda, you can implement a custom runtime. The Lambda execution environment provides a runtime interface for getting invocation events and sending responses. You can deploy custom runtime alongside your function code or in a layer. So I might want to do this, at least next to mine. But that's not the Bootstrap. Custom runtime. Can implement an ABS Lambda runtime in any language. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so back to this again. So do I just want to like install Rust and like get it going there? Like I almost feel like that's what they're trying to say is that I just run scripts to like set up Lambda here. That would be interesting. So I suppose something that I could do is just do something related to Rust. I want to see like what we have. So what if I just echo I echo hello from Bootstrap. So I've got this. I want to get this up into Lambda. Okay, so function name. Okay, so function name is just going to be like Rust test. Runtime, I want provide your own Bootstrap. x86 is fine. Permissions. I want to provide it that other role that I created. So use an existing role. Okay, the Rust test. Advanced settings. Oh, use function URLs. I don't need to do that right now because we're just gonna execute it inside of the browser. That's gonna be fine. So let's create the function. Interesting. Okay, so looking at this, you give me an example function with a bootstrap set up in it. So we have a hello.sh, so hello from Lambda. We have a bootstrap sample. So they are using this pipe fail, which what is a pipe fail? So do like bash fail. Where are you? These lines deliberately cause your script to fail. Instructs bash to immediately exit if any command has a non-zero exit status. Okay, so basically I don't need to like handle like constantly check to see, hey, are you still okay? Well, that's interesting. Okay, I'll have to play around with this a little bit more. Sitsu, hello. There always seems to be a work call right as my stream starts. I'm sorry about that. Someday I might be able to wake up earlier and do my stream earlier. So then you can have a work call shortly after my stream starts. But okay, so this is going to invoke this hello.sh. And this looks exactly like that. What's really interesting is that send the response to the Lambda runtime. It's a curl. So that's actually sending an HTTP response out in response to this being sort of created. That feels a little bit odd. Now this is an infinite loop, so this is just running. Is this the Lambda function sort of like, so get event data to request the next event from the Lambda runtime. What I'd really hate is if I created a infinite loop that keeps the Lambda function running 24/7. That would be bad as insane. Come on, let me see. This next step, you should find your own. Come on. Can I make it like? I want it to wrap. I want it to not wrap. Please wrap. Am I just not seeing it? Okay, weird. I don't know how to get it to like just wrap the code, please. But whatever. Um. Okay, wrap lines. There we go. Down there. As the next step, you should provide your own Bootstrap by either adding a layer implementation, a custom runtime, or including a Bootstrap file in this functions deployment package. So I could do everything right here, essentially. So instead of Rust test, I want a new file, Bootstrap, and let's throw in this. So we're just doing this hello from Bootstrap, cd into here. If I deploy you and I run you as a test, create a new event. Yeah, this is like just purely test. I don't like the JSON. We're not even gathering anything in. This is all fine. So, save. Okay, so I got hello from Bootstrap twice in there. That's okay. So it ran the Bootstrap. Hello from Bootstrap. So setup stuff. Can we, like, if I tried to do something like Rust up, I don't necessarily want to do a Rust up update. What's the Rust up like view list? Rust up show. I doubt that Rust up exists. I do want to sort of see that it. I want to like confirm that Rust doesn't exist. That being said, if I compile outside of this, like maybe on, I don't know if I want to compile on my computer or if I want to compile somewhere else, and then upload the binary, maybe I can. So let's. What is this? Mute Lengi, hello. You're cut off. Just cut off the message, and I can't like scroll over to see it. Well, that's too bad. But make you really small. Oh, permission denied. What? Oh, attempting to do an execution is denied. So I can't actually. So, do they have Rust up and they don't let me use it? Oh, interesting. That's actually fascinating. Okay, so I can't do that. That's fine. What I want to do is create a maybe compile for x86-64, which means I need to cross compile if I'm on a Mac, or I need to like do something else, like compile it in some system, get the binary and put it into here. Can I upload directly in here, or am I gonna upload from zip file? Yeah, okay. I don't think I can like upload. New file, new folder. Okay. It's going well. I am sort of experimenting around with Lambda and Rust. I want to see how easy or hard this is. I think most of the things with working with cloud stuff is not that it's necessarily hard, but you're blind except for their documentation, which often isn't great. Okay, what I want to do is take this hello world, specifically as to hello world from Rust, just to be very explicit. I want to compile this specifically for x86, like a Linux target. It's been far too long since I've done this. Rust, compile, Linux 64. I may not be able to do this very easily. Cross build. Is that like a custom thing? Okay, here's the book. Okay, we install a tool chain, but we just need to know what tool chain to install. To see list available targets, rest up target list. So x86 64, Darwin, iOS, Linux, Android, unknown Linux. Why VS Code and not IntelliJ IDEA? You know, I've never really liked IntelliJ IDEA. Most of their editors I found really hard to read the code. It was just like a very clunky interface, like very busy, and just for some reason I had trouble just like actually using it from like a visual perspective. And I know I probably could have like customized it heavily, but I didn't really want to. So that's why I just sort of did VS Code instead of IntelliJ. And VS Code was the natural sort of like evolution in my steps, because instead of IntelliJ, I was going with, like I started with Sublime, then I went to Atom, and then I went to VS Code. Atom was your favorite editor with all the customization options. VS Code is a reluctant second choice, especially since it's not really being updated anymore. It's all but officially dead. So there's the 586 and 686, but I don't know that that's working still. So I'm not sure which one I want to choose for this. I don't know if it's like a free BSD. I don't know what operating. I guess like it's. You can just use this x86 64 unknown Linux GNU. We can try that. Otherwise, it's like unknown none or something. I'm not sure. Sublime 4 is cool. Atom was so good in its time. Yeah, the I'm guessing that they're really just like sort of moving forward with like I don't know what the Atom team is doing, but I'm guessing they're still just working on VS Code now. It's like a lot of the GitHub projects are now working for VS Code very natively, very close, tight knit. Okay, so let's do a rust up that. Okay, Okay, it's not add. It's add tool chain. Okay, what do I do wrong? What's up target add? Okay. Step. Target add. That. There we go. Everything there is going VS Code route. Well, it kind of makes sense. Their parent company makes VS Code. There's no reason for them to have another editor. And so, I mean, it makes a lot of sense business-wise that they're doing that. Okay. Okay, so I've added you, and now I need to do the actual cross-compilation. Cargo build target equals, and then I can do it. So I want to do, let's do cargo run first. Just make sure it works. So we get this hello world. I want to do a cargo build. Let's put it into release mode. Well, maybe not. Let's just do cargo build first. Then we do target equals that. Linking with CC failed. So I need, let's see, what actually happened. I mean, unused argument unused during compilation. It's also possible that like the linker I have installed isn't right, or like Clang. I need to like install a new version of Clang or something. Okay, great. Also, this is a new like an M1 computer, like Mac, so there's also going to be like extra fun stuff with that. What I could do is spin up a. Let's put this onto GitHub. Let's get init u. M1s are horrible with x86. So they have Mac has like a translation layer for x86, but yeah, using that yourself is not easy. Add what is it? It's been so long since I've done that. Get remote add oh, just name URL. So like get remote add origin okay, and then branch the track. Okay, so what I need to do is tell you, let's go to GitHub. All right, so builds. Let's create a new repository. We're going to call this Lambda Rust test. Public. This is all fine. Sure, you can be, well, whatever. I'm not too sure. Okay, grab you. Okay, I want to do a full. Oh, I need git branch. No branch. Okay, so git switch.c. Let's do name. Status. I do have all these. I'm going to do add. commit, initial commit, let's pull, get, I don't know what branch are you on? You're on main. So get full origin main. Fatal. Using to, okay. Can you force this? I don't care. Just do it. I shouldn't have given it a, oh, wait. I need to read the error message. Get config, here, let's do this one. Using to merge unrelated histories. Yes, I know they're unrelated histories. I try to push, get push dash u name. Yeah, because I'm behind there. Yeah, integrate the changes, but I can't do that. Git branch set stream. Oh, I can force the push. Right. That's what it is. It's not force the pull, force the push. So get push dash f q origin main. There we go. Now I've lost the license, but I don't care about that. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thank you, Muted Lanky. All right. So we have all that stuff set up in here. What I can do now is let's create a code space on here. A code space is just going to be a generic Linux environment. Just open this on my desktop. Sure. I need to sign in. It's been apparently too long. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna just open it up in here. You do not know Rust. You wish you were here earlier. Maybe could have saw you setting it up. So Rust is pretty easy. What I previously have a while ago is I installed Rust, and by installing Rust, I ran the shell script that the Rust website provides that really installs a tool called Rust Up. Rust Up is a sort of like a, it's not really a package manager. Think of it more as the version manager. So if you ever used like Node.js, like a Node version manager system, something like that, think of it kind of like that. It does a few more things for us too. But basically, I can check to see which versions of Rust I have, install new ones. I can install tool chains with it. So Rust Cargo, the actual Rust package manager, comes with Rust Up. So things like that. All right, so here I am. This is a code space. So I have my Bootstrap in here. What I want to do is open up a terminal. And I want to, okay, so what have I got here? I can do a cargo run. It's code space free. Oh, look at that. Cargo command not found. I could swear that Rust Up used to have it, but Rust Up. No. Well, the first thing we're doing is installing Rust. So you're gonna watch that. So I have it for free because I got into the beta and they let me have that. Now, one of my friends who didn't get into the beta said that he's able to use it, which is really nice. If it's true and you can use Rust Up on public repos without paying them money, then it's amazing. I love it. Basically, if you have like a tablet or a phone and you really need to just do a little bit of programming, Rust Up works surprisingly well. All right, so let's do Lang. Get started, and here is the command to get Rust Up. Oh, really? Did you not copy? Paste? Why you do this to me? Okay, can I copy you into like here? Oh, what the? When did that happen? Okay. How do I, what's normal? It's just like US. Okay, that. Thank you. Oh, so it's not free? Oh, too bad. It is super nice. Okay, so it adds all the stuff, proceed with the installation, just do it. This will also install the latest version of Rust for me as part of this. It also installs a linter. It installs the tool that you need to run it. So if you're used to like Node, it installs like the Rust version of npm. Okay, so Rust is now installed. Let's run this to configure it, so I don't have to create a new shell. So I can now do cargo run, and bam, it just compiles and runs this. Okay, so I want to do a cargo builds release mode. And so the file goes into target release. I guess here, this Lambda Rust. So what I can do if I cd into targets release build. Nope. Too far. Here is this Lambda Rust. I can just execute this like that, and it just works. I don't need to run it with Rust. It's just a binary. How big is this? Uh, 3.7 megabytes. Not small. That is like for a hello world. It sizes are not great with Rust. The hello worlds are not necessarily a good indication of that, because it puts all the libraries that it needs into the binary, which is actually one of the great reasons that it can work with Lambda, I believe, is because I don't need to work on dynamic linking. How fast is Rust compared to C# or Java? So Rust can be faster. It might be significantly faster depending upon what you do. So Rust tries to bill itself as like it compiles to be as fast as it can be based upon the way you've written it. There's some tricks you can do to make it run faster. There's maybe you don't need to do too many tricks compared to some other languages to get it to run super fast, but generally speaking, it's trying to run faster than C# or Java. is trying to match C++, C, that kind of thing. It doesn't have a garbage collector, so that's one thing that does allow it to be extremely fast. That being said, there's plenty of things that can cause C++ to run faster than Rust, and plenty of things that can cause Rust to run faster than C++. So they're sort of like they're in the same race, if it makes any sense. Or what's it when you're in a race, there's the different groups of people that are running. Like there's like the professional runners, there's like the amateur runners, and there's like all the people in the back who are just walking, and they sort of like group them into bands. I don't know what that officially that's called, but like Rust is up there with like C++ and C. Java and C# are like the next one back because they're not really concerned with super fast, but they're concerned with some other things. And then you have like, everybody else who's just sort of hanging out. Okay, so I want to take this and put it. So I'm going to copy this Lambda Rust, and we're going to put this here. So we have the Bootstrap file and we have the Lambda Rust. I actually want to create a new folder. Let's call this like our the actual like function. Let's put both of you in here. And Bootstrap 2. All right, function. All right, so here I have these two things. I want to create a zip file. So let's do a zip. How do I do this? Usage zip. Any options? Zip file list. I think it's just the zip file and list are omitted. Okay, so zip file and then list. So is it going to be just like zip? I guess like I wanted to go to the lambda.zip and then give me start. Oh yeah, that's exactly how it works. Okay, so now I have this lambda.zip. I want to pull this off into my computer. Which I was hoping. That would have been really awesome if I could do that. I'll just download it. Okay, so now I have my mouse is doing something weird today, where it's like unclicking every once in a while. It just sort of sucks. So here's the Lambda file behind me. All right, so I want to now go into here, and I want to let's just upload from zip file. What? Upload. Upload. Save. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I got rid of all those things. I'm so sorry. All right, so here's my Bootstrap, and here's my Lambda Rust. Oh, right, it's a binary. Don't try to open it. All right, so what I want to do is sure echo hello from Bootstrap, and then I want to execute So / lambda rust. Is that how I sort of run this? What do I use at work? I'm using a lot of permission denied. Okay, so wait, is the Bootstrap permission denied? Do I need, like, is not able to run this? I'm using, let's see. I do a lot of Node.js, a lot of Vue.js, a lot of just sort of like it's a lot of web development, a lot of API building. Databases. I have an older database that's a MySQL database. I have a newer database that's a Postgres database. I like that one a lot more. I use Hasura as a GraphQL endpoint for that. I use Auth0 for authentication layers. We also have a older sort of like just manual custom authentication stuff. A lot, because it's a web stuff and a lot of APIs, we do a lot of Node.js, a lot of JavaScript. It's really easy to hire for that too, which is great. That's sort of like what the tech stack that I'm working is more recently a lot of just APIs, a lot of just Node.js. For the front end type stuff, it's just Vue.js. Okay, so I'm getting this. Is that Bootstrap permission denied? What about you? Can you tell me more about this? Wait, I want this. AWS link. You're attempting to run the Go source code file, you need to run the binary. You need to set the executable bit in the zip file. Okay, so maybe that's probably what's let's double check the executable bit inside of here. So Bootstrap is not executable. That's probably what my problem is. That's chmod plus x Bootstrap. That it's very executable now. Okay, and let's update our sort of like code here for this. So Bootstrap hello from this, and then also let's just do / lambda rust. Okay, save you. Zip again. You re-download you. I might as well just leave it in downloads. Where's my? Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. Want you. Okay. Zip file upload. Zip. Any performance security issues with JavaScript? You gave up on it because the amount of dependencies you need for it. Yeah, it's not great, but I haven't really found any sort of like better systems. And all the build tools have the same problem that NPM has. Like if you go with Python, or if you go with Ruby or Java, every single one of them, you pull in libraries like from open source projects, and they all have some kind of like build script that can just run arbitrary code that's inside of there, and it's not great. So it sucks, but I haven't found anything better necessarily that is worth switching everything over. All right, so now you should be there. So if I test you, okay, we got hello from Bootstrap. Lambda Rust, not found. Oh, it is that. Okay, so it is doing dynamic linking. So it's looking for this libc SO version 6, which is too bad. I thought that it was supposed to include all the libraries inside of it. Well, that's too bad. libc 288. Can I do static? I thought Rust was statically linked. Or am I misunderstanding how that works? I want to keep the libraries inside the binary if possible. But okay, let's take a look at this. So Web64 6 version is not found. Take you. I'll do this. Rust. Okay, don't actually Linux. Don't Bootstrap error. Sure, this person is saying it's no longer working on Ubuntu. I'm pretty sure that it's not Ubuntu based, but I don't actually think that it matters for the case of debugging this yet, at least. Compiling from source works. That makes sense, of course. Okay, so that's the Rust analyzer path is having a problem. That would be interesting. Here, using Rust and ABS Lambda. So this is their. Oh, they're using a Docker container. You need x86 unknown Linux mutual target for the ABS Lambda. That person is saying they're still. This person's still saying they're getting an error, but maybe we can try adding that in here. So if I do, wait, nope, wrong one. Want my space. Okay, so I want rest up, show targets. Was that it? Rest up. Show active and no, it's rest up. Oh, probably like toolchain. Toolchain. List installed. No, that's not it. up target list. Man, my mouse is just suddenly having trouble in the last couple days, which is not fun. So let's do this. Target list. Let's look for, here's this x86 unknown Linux usul. Take you, and we'll do a just up target you. We'll do a cross compilation in Linux for this. So we'll do a cargo build target equals that. Okay, that was dev build. Let's do this for release mode. Okay, so okay, release. Here's this target that I did. I want release mode. Here's this Lambda Rust. So let's bring you into here. Replace it. Then I want to rebuild. Okay, so that brings that over. Let's download you. Re-upload and see if this works. Oh, it's probably that one. Oh, that sucks, but okay, whatever. Okay, so run Lambda Rust, so test you. Hey, hello world from Rust. Okay, so that worked. So I can now execute Rust code in a Lambda function. Now our Bootstrap is incorrect because the Bootstrap is apparently not supposed to run it directly like that. But I've got technically a Rust program executing in Rust, which is great. Okay. So now I need to like actually make the Bootstrap call the Lambda function in the way it's supposed to be called. Which I think I'm gonna have to continue on tomorrow. I do want to get this set up because I think it would be nice to have Lambda functions as an option in our sort of like Brooks builds ecosystem. And having them in Rust is just sort of nice because I could just have everything all in one language and everything just sort of not having to context shift too much into different languages for different purposes. So it's always nice. That being said, it's 8:21 a.m. Mountain Time, which does mean I need to get ready for work. So we will continue playing with this tomorrow morning at around 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and hopefully we'll get something going and working there. But besides that, I think that's all I've got. So anyways, thank you again for hanging out with me today. As I mentioned, I'll be back tomorrow morning for more of this. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.